Alrighty. The devs have actually given us a bit of a heads up with a developer update after the PTB that went live last week. I haven't looked at this. This is just going to be like my raw thoughts and opinions on it. If you're not interested in that, I totally understand. But there was, I think this is one of the most controversial updates that we've had in some time. And we've had some in the past previously with like the HUD updates. Remember the hitboxes with the HUD update, a whole bunch of things. There was a whole bunch of feedback regarding that, and there was a whole bunch of changes. But I haven't seen a community come together with voiced opinions like we have with this PTB. I think a lot of people have been upset with the game after the last two chapters that we've had released, and a whole bunch of updates they've had recently. So I do believe this is cause for concern for a lot of people in the community, and everyone has their own voice and opinion, which is understandably their rights. So I'm not really gonna go too much into this. I'm just gonna like word vomit and go off my thoughts based upon what I believe might be good and might not be great for this. I haven't even looked at this. I've just opened the tab and then we're gonna run through it together, kind of thing. I want to hear your guys' opinions too, so let me know your thoughts in the comments. And I'm sorry for not uploading on YouTube. I've just been depressed and sad. So but anyway, no, I'm kidding. Anyway, cool, go away. Anyway, let's check it out. So obviously healing has been addressed, which is good to see because this was #1 concern. It's been a little bit weeks since the tools of Torment mid-chapter hit the pub PTB. We want to start by giving a huge thank you to everyone who took the time to leave detailed and constructive feedback. Thank you. See, constructive feedback always helps. They're addressing things, they're, you know, approaching things. So it's nice to have that feedback, be constructive and not to be narcissistic tricks. All right. Anyway, healing, possibly the hottest topic since it was announced the PTB was raised the base healing time to 24 seconds from the usual 16 seconds. Some tweaks were made to the medkits with this in mind. Mind you, I don't mind medkits being reworked. I kind of think they need to be reworked. I am a survivor main, as a lot of you would know, but this is I do believe medkits are kind of busted. But anyway, let's continue to see how we feel about things. Changing such a fundamental part of the game is a very touchy subject, so we kept an extra close eye on this change to see how it would play out. After reviewing player feedback, we found that many of you agreed the speed of which you heal others was already in a good spot prior to the update. This change had also had knock-on effects with mangled, slugging, promoting, blah 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 blah, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, therefore we have reverted the base healing time to 16 seconds. So it's not 22, it's not 20, which a lot of people were talking about. It's not even 18 seconds. You guys have had it back to where it was. On the other hand, we found there were a lot of support for tuning down medkits in particular. Good. Medkits allow survivors to heal themselves multiple times whenever it was convenient to them, leaving their teammates free to work on generators while they would do so. We've decided to shift our focus to medkit. Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. Well, perfect ideology. First and foremost, all medkits will have a total of 24 charges, the same as the PTB. Awesome. Second, we've increased the healing speed bonus when healing others across all medkits. The new bonus is as follows. So healing others with the medkits. The first aid increases the speed that you heal others by 35%. First aid increases speed. So basically, it's just an increase in their speeds without affecting charges. I'm okay with that, but that's healing others. So you heal others that much quicker rather than heal yourself quicker. All medkits will now have a 33% speed and efficiency penalty when used for self-healing. Oh, this will reduce the number of times the medkit can be used. So okay, I think that's, and I like that. I kind of like the idea that it's promoting use on other players, like teamwork, rather than being a one-man army. I think that so far, I think this is great. This will reduce the number of times a medkit begin to be used to heal yourself and will make it longer to do so. This means that medkit will by default grant any one self-heal over the span of 24 seconds before factoring in add-ons. Combine these changes decrease the power of medkits when used for self-healing, but increase their power when used for healing teammates in return. We all know you'll probably continue using them for self-heals, but at least the choice is there. They've tweaked some add-ons for the medkits. I mean, gel dressings add 16 charges, was 14. Increases ultra wear and the syringe. I want to see what the syringe is and if there's styptics in here. While this add-on is unchanged, please note that its healing speed will be reduced by the medkit self-heal penalty, resulting in a 24-second heal by default. Okay, that's fine. We hope these changes will. I don't really think these are too important. I mean, you can get like speed increases, skill check zones are bigger, progression bonus for succeeding great skill check. It's kind of just like the same thing. Yeah, nah, not too important, I believe. We hope these changes will tone down medkits and the use for selling or make them more appealing for altruistic heals. Cool. Now, this is another controversial thing that I'm intrigued to see. Let me see if I can make this bigger. There we go. All right, that's better. On the P2B, we tested out some changes for the Hillbilly, both toning down the overheat mechanic and adjusting to his top performing add-ons. While the overheat mechanic felt less oppressive, many of you raised concerns with changes to engraving add-ons, reminding us that these add-ons allowed the Hillbilly's power to be used in more situations. This overshadowed the overheat adjustments and made the whole package feel like a downgrade. For the release, we have reverted the changes to Death and Doom engraving. You guys have got your speed back. There you go. Billy has got the 2 fun add-ons brought back. All right, I don't play much Billy. I'm not good enough for it. So the 17 people that play Billy, congrats. There you go. Hope you're happy. We have kept the tweaks to overheat mechanic to make it less limiting than before, making Hillbilly feel better to play. I'm intrigued with those mechanics because I didn't really see much about it. I didn't play much of the B2B at all. Again, I don't play much really. I don't have much to say on that. I think it's nice to see that the community raised their concern about this. The devs listened and they got something reverted back. See, I mean, like, constructive criticism does help. It really does help. Okay. Making sure my audio is all good. Okay, cool. Perks. The P2B features updates to various perks. Yep. So addressing some of the perks that have been brought to. Okay. I was okay with a large portion of the perk reworks. I do believe there was some concerns over some of the things, including the effects from the healing nerf. So I'm quite intrigued to see how things go. Again, I'm a survivor main. I didn't mind the dead hard change too much at all. I'm kind of keen to see what they say here. Since reducing the endurance effect any further would make dead hard too finicky to use, we instead opted to limit the number of times it could be used by requiring a safe unhook to activate the perk. While this had the intended result of limiting the number of times it appeared in the match and prevented it from being used in the first chase of the match, some of you pointed that this new design directly encouraged the killer to chase the unhooked survivor. This makes a lot of sense. An unhooker may have activated their dead hard, but you were sure that the unhooked survivor does not have it. For the updates release, we have changed dead hard to instead activate when you are unhooked or unhook yourself. This way, the unhooked survivor becomes less of a clear target for the killer. I mean, I kind of get that it's there to negate tunneling, but if you've already got a killer at the hook, camping, for example, person gets unhooked. Say they have saved the best for last, for example, hits the person that just got unhooked. Does dead hard work when they are in the endurance status effect or whatever it is? You know what I mean? Is that going to still work because you couldn't use it when you were in the mending state, for example? So I'm kind of confused there. I can understand what the direction they're trying to go in, but hit and then chase, do they, like, I don't understand if dead hard's going to be active there. That's kind of my only question. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you guys can educate me. I don't really know too much. I'm questionable over this. I'm kind of like, why though? I get it, but I feel like there's going to be problems surrounding it still, kind of thing. So I don't know if it really addresses the issue that was brought to people's attention. I still feel like people are going to get tunneled with this even being the case. Scorchhook pain resonance. And I mean, just going back to this, if they're so concerned about tunneling that they're trying to make dead hard be used as like an anti-tunnel thing, I'm still kind of confused as to why decisive strike was nerfed to the 3 seconds from the 5 or whatever it was. If you're so concerned about tunneling, let's really address the issue and make things more clear in that regard, because are you trying not to have people tunnel, or do you want people to be yeah. Anyway, pain res. P2B pain res was changed to only activate the first time each survivor is placed on a scourge hook. Scourge. This change was specifically made to reduce the number of times pain res could activate in a given match, especially later in the match when one or more survivors were likely to be sacrificed. While this did have the intended result, many pointed out that this left the perk in a fairly weak state, not quite stacking up to other regression perks. Considering Scorch Hook, pain res can now only activate 4 times in a match and requires the killer to target different survivors, We feel comfortable making it more rewarding for killers who choose to take on the added challenge. I can already see what they're going to say. Therefore, we have increased the regression amount of Scourge Hook pain resonance to 15, 20, and 25%. Was 11, 13, and 15%. 25% of a gen, that's a lot of regression. That's a lot. Still, I'm not super concerned over the 25%. I'm not overly concerned. Paired up with Dead Man Switch, it might be troublesome. And maybe thrown in with some other regression. I don't know, like that's a lot of regression. I feel like that's a lot. But I mean, hey, like that's, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. It's concerning, but also in like the 4 hooks isn't, I feel like it's not too problematic, especially if you've got someone with like a Sabo build, or if you don't go down near a Scourge hook, like not really phased. Circle of Healing. Now, I just want to say this, Survivor main, 4,500 hours in the game. I think boons were terrible. I think boons are a terrible idea that they brought to the game. I don't like the idea of being able to do so many things with a boon, and just running off into the corner map and healing yourself. Circle of Healing especially was just absolutely ridiculous. Like, it was terrible, dude. If you kind of got zoned into an area with a few amount of gens and you wanted to apply pressure by hitting a survivor, aka me, would just run to the other side of the map as far away from those gens, and your choice is either to commit to me, knowing that you're going to leave gens uncatered to, or I'm just going to heal myself. Like, that's kind of it. Either you protect your gens, or I'm going to go to the other side of the map, and you can risk getting me down, or you risk just leaving me to heal for a whole entire state. I think boons are terrible. Since the perk no longer grants self-heal ability, Circle of Healing found itself in an awkward spot. Altruistic heal speed bonus was nice, but when you crunch the numbers, Circle of Healing rarely provided any benefit. A 50% healing speed bonus would only have shave roughly 5 seconds off of a heal, but it's easy to spend that much time running over to the boon's area of effect, and that doesn't even begin to factor in the time it takes to set up. With this in mind, we have increased the healing speed bonus on Circle of Healing to 50, 75, and 100%. Holy shit. Jesus, that is... if someone can comment on this, when boons first released, wasn't these the speeds that you had to heal yourself? Wasn't it 100% heal speeds on self heals as well? I don't know. If that's the case, I mean, that's pretty crazy. But again, the fact that it still requires 2 people and setting it up, that's pretty nutty. That's quick speeds. That is some quick healing, right? And especially if you pair this up with some of this, like a good med kit from someone else. Like, if someone is healing you in the boon with a good med kit, this is going to be crazy, because the speeds go up with say they got a ranger med kit, 50% heal speed on healing someone else, put in with like increases healing speed with butterfly tape or whatever else, 15% on abdominal dressing. So say that's 15, 50, 65, 165% healing speeds. Mixed with any other healing speeds from someone else. That's concerning. That is, I mean, not to a large degree where I'm like, this is super OP, but this is quick heals. Like, if you've got a way to take the killer's attention away for some time and someone's working on a gen within the boon, for example, bang, quick heal. That's... wow. So the map updates. Autohaven Records. Last but not least, we managed to sneak one more change into the Autohaven Records map updates. A while back, we added some new tiles to the realm. One of these new tiles, which featured a window and pallet, ended up being fair. Oh, they're talking about this shit tile. Are they talking about this absolute monstrosity? Where it's like the, like it's like a wall pallet and then U-shape? Is that the one? Rebalanced this tile, but it unfortunately didn't make it to the P2B in time. However, an updated version of this tile will be available upon release. Take a look. I need to squint. I'm half blind. Okay, so there's a window here. Like a long wall with a window. Where's the pallet spawn? Is it here? I don't know. I'm just happy that it's not what it was, because that tile was terrible, absolutely shocking. Originally the developer update, we want to once again thank you everyone gave up. Yeah, okay, cool, awesome. I think there's a lot of healthy changes, but it also leaves a lot of questions. Like the healing speeds of other people is pretty insane if this is going to be boosted upon boosted upon boosted. Again, I'm probably very problematic with my opinion because I don't like Circle of Healing. I don't like boons. As a survivor, I think I love the use of them, and all survivor mains will probably be angry at the fact that I'm saying this, but again, I am one of you. But Circle of Healing was a concerning issue, and it did need to be addressed. So I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I think it's fine. I think the healing speeds are pretty quick. I think it's going to be very circumstantial though. Very circumstantial. The fact that a killer can just snuff it like that. Like I guess we're just going to only be able to test it and see how we feel. Pain res, again, 25% that's a lot, but only 4 hooks. So you're at maximum 100% regression. So a gen can be brought from that to 0. When you take into factors of what we've had previously, Call of Brine, Overcharge, Eruption, whatever else you want to throw on top, the amount of times that a gen would regress would probably be more than the 100% that this perk is offering. But if you pair this up with many other passive regressions like Jolt or whatever, if you're within vicinity, might give you some value, sure. But again, you would have to hope that a hook would be nearby. Whatever the situation is, again, if I'm missing something on these points, you can educate me. I'm not sitting here telling you what is right, what is wrong. Literally just me, my thoughts, my in the moment processing. Dead Hard, again, I kind of understand what they're doing, but I also have questions about it in regards to if you're trying to make sure that killers can't tunnel, which is what seems to be the concern here. I'm kind of concerned over the value of this. You know what I mean? Like, are we going for, I know they're saying that tunneling, and they've said this for a while, is a tactic, is a valid strategy. And we've had Borrowed Time base kit come in, and now we've got Dead Hard after getting unhooked. Like, I feel like they're trying to put in so many ideas into catering to the community that things were previously fine in some instances, and now they're trying to overwork the ideas to prevent something that they say is okay. Now, I'm a bit questionable on that. You know what I mean? Billy is great. Happy for you guys that play Billy. Happy for the engravings. Did not mind this at all. Medkit rework. I think I'm mostly okay with this. I think this is fine. I think this is a really good idea. I don't like people being able to heal themselves in 10 seconds. It was crazy. I think this is great. Healing reverting back to 16 seconds from 24. Perfect. I'm really happy. I think these are good changes. If you can find something to complain about, you know, that's up to you. That's, of course, your opinion. I think these are really good though. I think these are fine. The fact that Call of Brine is staying where it is, I'm really happy. I think the fact that Overcharge is staying where it is, these gen regression perks aren't being touched aside from pain res, I'm kind of okay with this. I think this is some good choice. I'm really happy that Behavior and the DBD devs are listening to the community and listening to the feedback. And I think you guys, the people that were providing you know, resourceful feedback that was constructive and not negative and really upsetting, is you guys should take give yourselves a big pat on the back, because these are the changes you want. As far as I'm concerned, Dead Hard, maybe you guys might be able to be a bit upset about this, because I'm really struggling to navigate this a little bit, but I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm hoping this is something that you're all interested in. Yeah, I'm really pleased. Hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know your feedback down in the comments. I want to know how you feel about this, and hopefully we can get some good results in the next in the full release of this chapter, or this mid chapter I should say. Thank you for watching. I hope to start uploading videos again really soon. I'm really sorry that I haven't been. I've just been dealing with a lot of shit mentally, health wise, and trying to get on top of my life again. So I appreciate you guys that are still hung around, and whoever checks out my videos, thank you. I've got another video coming out in the next couple of days regarding the state of DVD streamers, a whole bunch of things after I made a tweet the other day, so look out for that, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.